Welcome back to my channel. Today we're heading to the wonderful city of Munich, the third largest in Germany and the capital town of the Bavarian region. And like any other part of Europe, Munich too has its fair share of beautiful architecture, cultural sites, and it's a very tourist-friendly city. So let's take a look at 10 beautiful places to visit in Munich. Let's start with number 1, Marian Platz. Located in the Old Town or Altstadt, one of the oldest neighborhoods in Munich. The whole Old Town area is like a historical monument. While lots of the historic buildings were destroyed during World War II, this area has been rebuilt in keeping with its former appearance. Marian Platz is the heart of Munich. You can visit the City Hall, Glockenspiel, that performs daily at 11 a.m. and at 12 noon and 5 p.m. in the summer months. You will see fairy tale-like buildings that line the medieval streets, and it's home to many of the most famous places in Munich. The appearance is very different to many of the cities around Germany. From here, you can easily see some of the best sights in such a short space of time. This is a perfect place to start your city break. Number 2, Residenz. The Munich Residenz is the largest palace in any German city center. You can see the imposing towers all over. Now, obviously you should go on a tour, and the highlights of this will include many apartments, ballrooms and chapels featuring different in our ranges from Baroque to Rococo to even neoclassical. So it's a testament to the continuous expansion and rebuilding the palace has undergone during its more than 600-year history. But also worth visiting are the palace's treasury. It can't get better than to enjoy the seamless beauty of European royalty and notice all the lavish life of the former European kings. Number 3, English Garden. Now, this is Munich's green lung, and with any city break, you need a bit of greenery. The English Garden is one of the largest inner-city parks in the world, so it's not only popular recreation area Munich, but it's ideally suited for any sporting activity. So if you are visiting on a city break, you're eating all the food, all the desserts, it's a great way to go jogging in the morning or even cycling. A special highlight is the standing wave at the Eisbach. So it's not only for people who surf themselves, but you can also watch. So a visit here is really worthwhile because there are numerous sites, the Chinese Tower, the Japanese Tea House, and throughout the year, there are numerous events in the English Garden. Number 4, the Nyberg Palace. Now all you need to do is take a short train ride from Munich Center, and you'll discover the Nyberg Palace, a true Bavarian gem. So once inside, it's like traveling back in time to an age of the Bavarian monarchy. The extensive park with its pavilions, the promenades along the palace canals, enormous fountains, magnificent flower gardens, and of course the impressive palace buildings itself. So in addition to the rooms inside the castle, you can visit several museums housed in the palace itself, including the Museum of Man and Nature, and of course the Museum of Nymphenburg Porcelain. The Nymphenburg isn't just a tour. It's like going through a journey through Bavaria's royal heritage, and it costs roughly around €15 for a combination of everything, or it's just a little bit cheaper if it's just a palace itself. Number 5, BMW Welt. Now, not everyone is going to be interested in this, especially if you have no interest in cars. But it's not to be confused with a BMW museum, although it's on the same huge manufacturing complex near the Olympic Park. But this is a gigantic showroom. Here you can see every single vehicle that a company makes. Sit inside it and learn what the future cars and vehicles may look like, whereas the BMW Museum is more about the past models and its history. The Welt is all about right now. So after you do visit the museum, visit the Welt, and it's probably one of the most popular attractions of Munich. Both buildings are connected by a walking bridge. Oktoberfest. I almost forgot to mention this huge festival that takes place every year in Munich. And last year was the first post-COVID fest, and it returns once again from the 16th of September to October the 3rd. So every year, more than 7 million thirsty visitors descend onto the German city of Munich for a 2.5-week celebration featuring things like fair rides, parades, traditional food and music, and of course lots and lots of beer. So it can be an exciting event for tourists to experience the Bavarian culture, but it can be hectic and very difficult to navigate. So make sure you do lots of homework before you visit. Number 6, St. Peter's Church. Now, this is located near the Old Town Hall, and it's the oldest church in Munich. St. Peter's Church has been rebuilt and restored many times over since it was built back in the 1100s. So originally, there used to be a monastery. But the reason why you should also check it out is the opportunity to go up the tower and spend some time looking around Munich and trying to figure out what are the landmarks all right there in your view. Number 7. Frauenkirche. Now, this is another top tourist attraction in Munich, and it's popular known as the Church of Our Lady. The cathedral has 2 dome towers that reach up to the height of over 100 meters. And the fun fact is, it's illegal for the construction of any building in Munich to exceed this very height. But the main attraction of this place and why you should visit are the Bishop's Crypt, the Wittelsbach Monument, and the infamous Devil's Footstep. You can even visit the tomb of the Emperor Ludwig the Bavarian. But the South Tower is open to the public, and again, you can enjoy panoramic views of the entire city. Number 8. The Hofbrauhaus. Now, this may not appeal to everyone, but it probably might to many. So if you are in Munich, you should check out the Bavarian beer hall, Hofbrauhaus. And it's not only Munich's favorite, but it's also one of the world's most popular breweries too. The world-famous Beer Hall is not just a destination for you beer guzzlers, but you can sample traditional Bavarian music, dancing, and of course, cuisine. It was founded all the way back in 1589 when the royal court in Munich became dissatisfied with the local beer. But if you are like me and you probably didn't have any desire to visit, you can also check out the Olympia Park, where the Olympic Games of 1972 took place right here. And while other venues of the Olympic Games tend to fade away, Munich's Olympia Park is still a very much people favorite. And some of the venues, like the Aquatic Center, are still in use, some free and others for a fee. For example, entering the stadium and taking a tour or zip lining across the stadium, if that's your thing. But either way, you can do either one of these attractions. Number 9. We come to some day trips, must-do day trips, and the first one is Nuremberg. Just 2 hours away, and you'll find yourself in the heart of a wonderful city. Picturesque landscapes, and you can wander through the centuries-old streets of the old town. You will find timber frame houses that all line the cobbled paths. But there's also the Nuremberg Castle, which stands tall and is a testament to its rich past. But remember, Nuremberg is famous for its Christmas market, and if you do visit during the holiday season, I'm pretty sure you're going to be amazed by the real sense of energy with the locals in the town. Number 10. Nordschleife Castle. Now for me, this is one of the best day trips you could possibly go on. And within a scene 2-hour journey on the train from Munich, you'll find yourself at the foot of a fairy tale castle. It's perched majestically amidst the Bavarian Alps. But once inside, you'll feel like you've been transported into a different world. But if you're also feeling adventurous, you can take a hike through the surrounding trails for an up-and-close encounter with the Bavarian countryside. Thanks for supporting the channel, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And I will see you all on the next one.